season. You're losing a bunch of players early to the draft and so forth, but obviously you still have a lot of talent. What are your expectations for this defense next season?
I mean, really the same as last year. I mean, it's kind of the same MO we had coming into the season last year. Lost a bunch of guys. How are we going to reload? How are we going to rebuild? We finished top 10 in the country, so it's kind of really the same thing as the team last year.
You talked last year about Chad asking so many questions, but yet I watched you out here the other day. You were being the leader. You were showing guys how to line up, showing Trey, showing Shaq. This is how you go through the drill. Is that a big difference for you that, you're now the old man in the group?
I mean, last year I feel like I was definitely in a leadership position. I think a lot of our guys kind of knew what they were doing and had a good foundation football-wise. We got 2 new guys with Shaq and Trey, a bunch of new walk-ons. So I'm still in a leadership position, but I'm having to teach them from the ground up. So that's really just a new thing, just kind of showing guys where to go, how to line up, what to key. So it's definitely a kind of a new. Kind of in the same role, but just kind of a larger role within that leadership position. What
are your thoughts on Shaq and Trey so far?
I mean, I think they got a lot to learn, but I think they're different from a lot of guys because they look like 25-year-old men. They're already grown. They've already grown in their bodies, 6'3", 6'4". So they don't really have a maturation process to go along with their physical or their bodies. So their main thing is just kind of get right mentally, learn their formations, learn their keys, learn their plays. So they kind of they're already a step ahead of a lot of guys. They do have a lot to learn, but we'll see coming in the spring how far along they've came.
What about Chad? How has he progressed after taking a redshirt year?
He's gotten bigger. He's definitely a lot more physical. He's kind of growing into his body. He's learning a lot of new things mentally. He's learning the playbook. He's reacting quicker. He's knowing his keys, his formations. So he's definitely grown in a lot of areas. I think with everybody, me included, there's a lot to learn. With that month and a half off, you retain most of the information, but you still lose it just after that month. So I think everybody included, there's a lot for us to learn and grow in.
Do you and Kendall have a good rapport? Do you work well together?
Yeah, I think we just from working out together for the past 5 or 6 years since before Clemson, we kind of grew close as just guys off the field, just as friends. So I think we mesh pretty well, just like me and BJ did last year. So I think it's kind of the same thing as last year. I think me and BJ meshed pretty well, and then me and Kendall are doing a good job gelling and stuff.
Speaking of BJ, how much are you going to miss him, and you think Dorian's ready to take that next step as a starter next season?
I mean, I think Dorian's been ready. He just had to do his time and just be patient. Same thing with me my first 2 years. You just have to do your time, keep working, and just be patient when your role gets in front of you. So I think he's been ready for a long time, and now that his opportunity's here, I think he's definitely going to make the most out of it.
Coach Venables, does he embrace this challenge of, everybody says, hey, they're going to be bad. It's the same thing as last year. Do you see that in him, that he embraces this?
I mean, I think definitely. If you're a competitor, you embrace this. So I think anybody on the staff would love the challenge of bringing in a completely new set of guys each year, especially Coach V, because he's wired every day. He loves to compete. He loves to be the best. So I think him more than anybody will enjoy this challenge. So
after the loss to Alabama and some of the issues, coverage and stuff like that, did you notice with him, did you guys sit down and watch film with him and kind of see that passion come out?
I mean, we didn't really meet as a team. We didn't really meet as a team after that game. We kind of he graded the film and we watched it on our own. We knew when we messed up. When we screwed up, we knew during that play that we messed up. So there's not really anything that he had to cover or for us to teach. It was just stupid little mental errors that we had to grow from. So it's not like he had to teach us new things, to read new things we knew from the get-go. I think it's easier though. That's how far along we were. They didn't really have to sit us down and show us step by step what we screwed up. We knew when the play was happening that we screwed up. But I think it's definitely a growing process. We'll learn from it. We know how hard it is to get to that game and play 15 games in a season. So I think it'll definitely help out this team going forward.
Notice you still got the brace thing on there. How's the shoulder?
I tried to take it off. I literally took it off today. I took it off. I had these padding underneath that. And I literally ripped it off today, and I'm walking out, and Danny's pleaded with me to beg me to wear the sling thing. So I mean, it feels fine.
So they just want you to wear it.
Just for precaution. I ripped it off today. I was going to be all this stuff off, but Danny begged me to do it, so I was like, might as well. There's no point in trying to just protection. Might as well not risk it.
How different is this year for you? You know, being a senior, you're the guy that everybody's looking up to. Does it feel different? Do you feel different?
I mean, I think I feel like I've kind of been in a leadership role since I've got here. It's just definitely grown each and every season. But I mean, I think last year kind of helped me out. I didn't really have to teach that many guys new things and kind of lead them along and just kind of show them the ropes because we were young, but then we were old, but guys hadn't really played that much, but they knew what they were doing. They just had to be patient. This year, definitely guys are just completely new to the system, have no clue what's going on. So definitely my leadership role has grown. I'm used to it. I'm kind of got acclimated to it in the past 3 years.
How much of reps are you doing between middle and weak side? Are you doing about 50-50? Straight wheel?
Yeah, I mean, Kendall's holding it down. I think Kendall could have played last year. He had the best spring of anybody last year. The tackles and assists that he had last year doubled me and BJ. He just was hurt. He couldn't play. So I think Kendall was ready to play last year. He just was hurt so much. So Kendall will definitely hold it down. There's no need for me to play Mike.
His attitude's real good this year, being that he's finally healthy.
He's always had a good attitude. He's just had it. I think that's what's helped him grow as a person. He's had to deal with all these injuries, and he's had to be patient. And it sucks because he's been hurt, and he's been ready to play since freshman year, but his injuries have kind of held him back. So I think that's definitely helped him grow as a man, just as a leader. So I think he'll be able to show that this season.